Can I touch it? The Korean grandmother's wrinkled hand hovered inches from Amara's locks, trembling with curiosity and hesitation. Amara froze on the crowded Seoul sidewalk, her heart racing. Around them, a circle of onlookers had formed, phones raised, whispers growing louder. "Please," the elderly woman asked again, her eyes wide with wonder. This was the moment Amara had been dreading and hoping for, all at once. "Yes," she whispered. "You can touch it." What happened next would break her heart and heal it in the same breath. But let's rewind, because to understand this moment, you need to see how Amara's day in Seoul really began. If you've ever felt like the only one in the room, smash that subscribe button. This story gets wild. 6 hours earlier, Amara stepped off the subway at Hongdae Station, and the first thing she noticed was the stares. Not subtle glances. Full-on, head-turning, phone-raising stares. Her locks cascaded down her shoulders, each coil perfectly defined, adorned with golden cuffs that caught the afternoon sunlight streaming through the station exits. She'd worn them with pride in Lagos, in London, in New York. But Seoul? Seoul was different. "This is it," she whispered to herself, adjusting her camera. "Let's see what happens." The streets of Hongdae buzzed with energy. University students rushed past with iced Americanos. Street vendors called out their specials. K-pop blasted from boutique speakers. And everyone was staring at Amara. An elderly woman stopped mid-stride, her shopping bag swinging as she turned completely around. A group of teenage girls whispered frantically, pointing. One pulled out her phone. "Yuni, look. Look at her hair. Dayback. Is it real?" Amara had learned enough Korean to catch that. She smiled and kept walking, her heart pounding. The attention wasn't hostile, but it was intense. Overwhelming even. She ducked into a cafe, hoping for a moment to breathe. The barista, a young guy with bleached blonde hair and multiple ear piercings, looked up from the espresso machine. His eyes widened. "Wow, your hair is so cool." Amara laughed, relieved. "Thank you. Can I get an iced latte?" Of course, of course." He leaned forward, genuinely curious. "Can I ask how long does it take to grow them?" "About 3 years for these." 3 years. He nearly dropped the cup. That's dedication. In Korea, we change hairstyles every 3 months. They both laughed. His coworker, a girl with a neat bob, emerged from the back. "Miho, stop bothering customers." "Oh." She froze, staring at Amara's locks. "It's okay," Amara said gently. Can I touch it?" the girl asked, her hands already reaching forward before catching herself. "Sorry. That's rude, isn't it?" Here's the thing about Korea and natural black hair. Most people have never seen up close. Ever. Keep watching to see how Amara handles these moments. "It's fine if you ask first," Amara said. "Go ahead." The girl's fingers barely grazed one lock, feather-light and tentative. "It's so soft. I thought it would be hard." "A lot of people think that," Amara smiled. Miho chimed in. "My friend visited Africa last year, Ghana. He said the hair there is amazing. So many styles." "Your friend has good taste," Amara said, collecting her latte. "Ghana's beautiful." As she left, she heard them talking excitedly in Korean. She caught snippets. So pretty different, brave. That word stuck with her. By noon, Amara had walked through 3 neighborhoods, Hongdae, Sinchon, and now Myeongdong. The reactions varied wildly. In the cosmetics district, young shopgirls rushed out of stores. Sister, come look at makeup. We have a foundation for you. Special discount." One particularly enthusiastic saleswoman grabbed Amara's arm. "Your skin is so beautiful. And your hair, like a queen." Amara couldn't help but smile. "Thank you, but I'm just looking today." No. Just try. Free sample." The woman was already opening compacts, testing shades on Amara's hand. Another salesgirl joined in. "Yuni, doesn't she look like a model?" "Yes. A model. You should be in K-drama." The attention was flattering but exhausting. Amara politely declined the products and continued walking. Then came the photographers. A young man with professional camera gear approached cautiously. Excuse me, sorry to bother you. I'm a street photographer. Your look is very unique. Can I take your photo? Amara hesitated. What's it for? My portfolio. I photograph interesting people in Seoul. You would be perfect. I'll send you the photos. She agreed, and he snapped away, directing her to pose near a colorful mural. Within minutes, a small crowd gathered to watch. Who is she? Is she famous? Maybe she's an influencer. Drop a comment below if you've ever been mistaken for someone famous just because you look different. The story gets even crazier. An older Korean man in a business suit stopped. Unlike the curious youngsters, his face was stern. Excuse me, he said in English. Are you lost? Amara blinked. No, I'm just walking around. Alone. Yes, alone. He frowned. Be careful. Korea is safe, but people will stare. I've noticed, she said carefully. They're not used to this. He gestured vaguely at her. Amara felt her jaw tighten. I understand. He walked away, shaking his head. The photographer looked embarrassed. Sorry about that. Older generation can be traditional. It's okay, Amara said, though her chest felt tight. Happens everywhere. Lunchtime brought Amara to a small restaurant in Yeoljiro, away from the tourist crowds. The smell of doenjangjigi drew her in. The owner, a woman in her 60s with a floral apron and permed hair, looked up from her pot. Omo. Amara braced herself. The ajumma rushed over, wiping her hands on her apron. Sit, sit. You hungry? Yes, ajumma. Very hungry. The woman's eyes sparkled with delight. You speak Korean? A little bit. Egu, so smart. What do you want to eat? Amara ordered the lunch special, and the ajumma disappeared into the kitchen, calling out to someone in rapid Korean. Amara heard fragments. Black girl, beautiful hair, so tall. When the food arrived, the portions were enormous. Ajumma, this is too much. No, no. You need to eat well. Too skinny. The woman sat down across from her, completely abandoning her other customers. Where are you from? Nigeria originally, but I live in London now. Nigeria. I saw on TV. Very hot there, yes. Amara laughed. Very hot. The ajumma reached out and gently touched one of Amara's locks, her weathered fingers careful and kind. This is your natural hair. Yes. Beautiful. Like art. She smiled warmly. My daughter always changes her hair. Straight today, curly tomorrow, color every month. But this is special. You keep your natural. Amara felt tears prick her eyes unexpectedly. Thank you, ajumma. You know what I think? The woman leaned in conspiratorially. Korean people, we spend so much money to look different. Plastic surgery, hair treatment, skin whitening. But you are yourself. That's real beauty. That means a lot. The ajumma patted her hand. Eat. And come back tomorrow. I'll make you kimchi jjigae. If this ajumma just warmed your heart, hit that like button. Trust me, you'll want to stay for what happens next in Gangnam. As Amara ate, other customers trickled in. The ajumma told each one about her special guest from Nigeria, showing her off like a proud grandmother. Some stared awkwardly. Others smiled and waved. One young woman approached. Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but I follow a lot of black creators on YouTube. Your hair is goals. Thank you. Amara beamed. How do you maintain it here? Korean humidity is crazy. They launched into a detailed conversation about hair care, moisture retention, and the struggle of finding proper products in Seoul. The girl took notes on her phone. There's a shop in Itaewon, she said. They import products from America. Black-owned too. Really? Yes. I'll send you the address. They exchanged Instagram handles. The ajumma watched this exchange with satisfaction. See? Young people, they understand. The world is changing. Gangnam reality. Gangnam hit different. Amara emerged from the subway into a world of glass towers, luxury boutiques, and people who looked like they'd stepped out of fashion magazines. Everything gleamed. Everything was polished. She felt the shift immediately. The stares here weren't curious. They were calculating. Judgmental even. A group of women in designer handbags and perfect makeup crossed the street to avoid walking past her. A security guard at a high-end store stepped forward as she approached the entrance. "Can I help you?" His tone made it clear she wasn't welcome to browse. "Just looking," Amara said, her voice tight. "This store is very expensive. Maybe you should try somewhere else." The rejection stung. She turned and walked away, her eyes burning. Comment below if you've ever been profiled while shopping. This part of the story hits hard, but stay with me. She found herself at a bench near Seoul, trying to collect herself. A notification buzzed on her phone. The street photographer had sent the photos. She looked stunning in them, confident, radiant. Her locks caught the light like crown jewels. But she didn't feel radiant right now. She felt exhausted. "Excuse me." Amara looked up. A Korean woman in her 30s stood there, slightly out of breath, wearing business casual attire. "I'm sorry to bother you. I saw you walking, and I just had to say something." "Here we go again," Amara thought. "My daughter," the woman continued, pulling out her phone. "She's 7. Half Nigerian, half Korean. Her father is from Lagos." Amara's breath caught. The woman showed her a photo of a beautiful little girl with brown skin and thick, textured hair styled in 2 puffs. "She's gorgeous." "Thank you. But she hates her hair." The woman's voice cracked. "Kids at school tease her. They say it's messy, ugly. She cries every morning, begging me to straighten it." Amara's heart broke. "I'm so sorry. When I saw you just now, walking so confidently with your natural hair, I thought, I need to show her this. Can I take a photo, please? To show her that her hair is beautiful." Of course you can." The woman snapped several photos, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you. You don't know what this means. She needs to see women who look like her, who are proud." They talked for 20 minutes. The woman's name was Ji-hyun. Her husband worked in Seoul, but his family was in Lagos. They'd met during a business trip. "Life here isn't easy for her," Ji-hyun admitted. "Korea is slowly changing, but for mixed kids, especially Black Korean kids, it's hard." "Is there a community?" Amara asked. "Small one. We meet once a month. Other mixed families. But it's not enough. She needs to see representation everywhere, not just at special meetings." Ji-hyun grabbed Amara's hands. "Promise me something? Keep being visible. Keep showing your beautiful hair. Girls like my daughter need to see you." By evening, Amara was drained. She'd been stared at, photographed, questioned, touched, rejected, and celebrated all in one day. Her emotions were a tangled mess. She wandered into Itaewon, the international district, hoping to find the shop the girl had mentioned. Maybe being around other Black people would help. The neighborhood felt different immediately. More diverse. She spotted a few other Black women, some with natural hair, some with wigs. Nobody stared. Nobody pointed. The relief was overwhelming. She found the shop tucked between a kebab restaurant and a vintage clothing store. Afro Beauty Seoul, the sign read. Inside, a Nigerian woman in her 40s looked up from the counter. "Welcome, sister." Amara nearly burst into tears at hearing that word. Sister. "First time in Seoul?" the woman asked, already knowing the answer. "How did you know? You've got that look. Though I've been stared at all day, and I'm exhausted look." She laughed warmly. "I'm Ngozi. Been here 15 years. 15 years. How do you do it?" Ngozi came around the counter. "Some days are harder than others. Today was rough." "Yes. No. I don't know." Amara slumped into a chair. "People were so nice, but also so invasive. Everyone wants to touch my hair. And then some people looked at me like I don't belong." If you're feeling Amara's exhaustion right now, make sure you're subscribed. The ending of this story will surprise you. Ngozi nodded knowingly. Korea is complicated for us. People here are curious because many have never met a Black person in real life. TV shows us one way, reality is another. But the touching. I know. You have to set boundaries. It's okay to say no. Ngozi handed her a bottle of water. But also understand, they're not trying to be disrespectful most times. They genuinely don't know better. Another customer entered. A young black woman with beautifully twisted hair. Yuni, do you have the shea butter I ordered? In the back, Amara. Wait, Ngozi laughed. We have two Amaras now. The younger Amara grinned. I'm Amara from Kenya. I've been in Seoul for 3 years, teaching English. I'm Amara from Nigeria, just visiting. They hugged like old friends. Girl, your locks are everything. Kenya Amara gushed. How long you been growing them? As they talked, more black women filtered into the shop. Ngozi explained it was their weekly hangout spot. There was Jennifer from Ghana, married to a Korean man. Michelle from Jamaica, studying at Yonsei University. Zainab from Sudan, working in tech. Each had a story. Each had experienced the stares, the questions, the touching. My first week here, Jennifer said, a woman tried to rub my skin to see if the color came off. Someone asked me if I could teach them to dance hip-hop just because I'm black. Michelle added. They all laughed, but there was pain beneath the humor. But here's what I learned, Ngozi said, her voice serious now. Korea is changing. When I first came here, I was the only black person in my entire district. Now, there are African restaurants, black-owned businesses, mixed families. It's slow, but it's happening. The young people especially, Jennifer added. They're so much more open. They watch black creators online. They listen to Afrobeats. They want to learn. That photographer today, Amara, said suddenly. He was young, so excited. And the girl who wanted hair advice. And that barista. Exactly. Ngozi beamed. Focus on those moments. Yes, there will be ignorant people. Yes, you'll get tired of the questions. But every positive interaction is planting a seed. Zainab spoke up. My Korean coworker told me I inspired her to stop bleaching her skin. She said seeing me confident in my dark skin made her rethink everything she'd been taught about beauty. That's powerful. Amara whispered. We're not just living here, Ngozi said. We're changing perceptions. Every time we walk outside with our natural hair, our black skin, existing unapologetically, we're showing Korea a different narrative. Drop a like if you believe in the power of representation. We're almost at the best part. Michelle checked her phone. Ladies, it's almost 7. Dinner. They invited Amara to join their regular Friday night gathering. A Korean barbecue place in Itaewon, where the owner knew them all by name. As they walked together through the streets, Amara noticed something. People still stared. But she wasn't alone anymore. She was part of a group, a community. The restaurant owner, an elderly Korean man, greeted them enthusiastically. My favorite customers. Kome, kome. I saved your table. He treated them like family, joking in broken English mixed with Korean, making sure their banchan was fresh and plentiful. Harabiaji is the best. Jennifer said. His grandson is dating a black woman. He's become our biggest supporter. The old man overheard. My grandson is very lucky. Beautiful girlfriend. Smart. She taught me about Africa. As they ate and laughed, Amara felt the weight of the day lifting. The stares didn't seem so heavy anymore. The questions are less invasive. The experience is more nuanced. Later that night, Amara returned to the moment that started this story. She was walking back to her hotel when she passed a small park. The elderly grandmother from the opening was there, sitting on a bench with her husband. Their eyes met. The woman stood slowly, approaching with that same curious wonder Amara had seen all day. Can I touch it? By now, Amara had been asked this question 17 times. She was tired. Her patience was thin. But something in the woman's eyes stopped her frustration. Pure wonder. Like a child seeing snow for the first time. Please, the grandmother asked again. Yes, Amara whispered. You can touch it. The woman's weathered hand gently touched one lock. Her eyes filled with tears. Beautiful, she whispered in Korean. Like my granddaughter. She has hair like this. Mixed baby. I didn't understand before. But now I see. It's beautiful. Her husband stood beside her, nodding. Our son married an African woman. We were worried at first. Different cultures. What will people say? But the baby, our granddaughter, she's perfect. The grandmother held Amara's hand. Thank you for helping me see. Amara couldn't speak. Tears streamed down her face. This was it. This was why visibility mattered. Not for the stares or the attention, but for moments like this, where understanding bloomed, where hearts opened, where a grandmother could see her mixed granddaughter's beauty reflected in a stranger's confidence. If this story moved you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Walking back to her hotel, Amara's locks swayed with each step. Tomorrow she'd face more stares, more questions, more touching. But she'd also plant more seeds, change more minds, show more people that Black beauty, in all its forms, deserved to be celebrated. Seoul wasn't ready for her locks, but it was learning, and that was enough. What would you do if you were in Amara's shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And check out my next video where I explore the Afro-Korean community in Itaewon. You won't want to miss it.